Yo, what's good with it, y'all? It's your boy Lamborghini Preem back once again talking this boxing shit. And as always, make sure you check out my all new album, It's My Turn, the Throne Ascension LP, the deluxe edition. It's available literally everywhere music is found. That's iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora, Tidal. Big shout out to Tidal. Shit, literally anywhere you can find music, man. My shit is there. Just search The Supreme General and I shall appear. Also, if you fuck with me the long way, make sure you head over to hustlegameboss.com/shop and cop yourself some of the official Supreme General merchandise today. You know what I'm saying? I always love to see people rocking my shit, and I greatly appreciate everybody that supported me, yo. All the way around, man. That's some G shit. 100. But yeah, with that being said, let me move on to tell y'all why I'm not mad at Andre Ward. This is kind of hard. I've been watching my usual lineup of YouTube videos from my brothers over at the LDBC. You know what I mean? Got a lot of love for the LDBC. Shout out to LDBC. Shout out 78. Shout out my nigga Sam T. Walden. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Quest X. Shout out the whole clique. You know what I mean? Ticket, main man. I don't know if he part of the LDBC officially or not, but I include him. You know what I'm saying? He on my list. You know what I mean? Just shout out to everybody who I just want to make sure I give these guys a shout out before I get on to this shit, to let the world know that them 300K pay-per-view buys can be directly attributed to the efforts of the LDBC, and that's some shit that I really like to see, man. Some G shit all the way around, man. Can't do nothing but respect it, man. So salute to them boys. But with that in mind, they have been making some videos recently covering what Andre Ward said about Deontay Wilder. And if I'm not mistaken, I want to just paraphrase. Basically, what he was saying was he wasn't sure whether or not Wilder would want that smoke again, basically. You know what I'm saying? Because, well, his later clarification, he espoused and explained that the reason he was saying that wasn't that he was questioning Wilder's heart, but that it was a style type thing. And being that Fury had a style that was all wrong for him, he didn't think that Deontay Wilder would be willing to engage in that kind of fight again. And also, in addition to that, he also said that he felt like Fury won the fight. Okay, the latter statement I'm okay with 100%. You feel like Fury won the fight, I'm cool with it. But the statement about Wilder not wanting to fight Fury again, most people took it as hate. And I mean, it might be a thin stripe of hate in there. Definitely. We don't know why, but it might be a thin stripe of hate in there. But this is why I don't particularly put it in the category of hate personally. You know what I'm saying? First of all, Andre Ward's character throughout the years has been exemplary all the way around. It's true indeed that certain black issues that I personally feel like he should have spoke on, but he chose not to, and that's his choice as an athlete, so I can't get mad at him. You know what I mean? If he don't want to speak on it, everybody ain't built for that shit. You know what I mean? Maybe he don't want that. He don't want that on his legend. You know what I mean? He don't want to have to deal with the backlash. He already was dealing with backlash for no reason. You throw that into the pot, and you know, I mean, I don't know. People had their reasons. You know, personally, I don't put my athletes on such a pedestal that I feel like they have to address these things, even though they should address those things. I mean, at the end of the day, they should, because you still black. You know what I mean? I understand Ward is mixed, but he's not mixed. Like I tell anybody who's mixed, who has this identity disorder, the fact of the matter is, no one qualifies your white side, period. The only people who acknowledge it are your white side, and even they don't really qualify you as white. So at the end of the day, your mother or father, whoever, or in Andre Ward's case, it would be his father, is white. Andre Ward is not white, he's black. At the end of the day, he's black. Nobody looks at him and say, oh, he's half white. No, they look at him and say he's a light-skinned black guy. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I understand how it can be confusing for mixed kids growing up and shit like that. I could definitely understand it, but because I got 3 brothers and sisters who are they all mixed, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sure they went through this, but like I told them, you know what I mean? Like, you're not white. You're not going to reap any benefits of the whiteness at all, you know? Like, nobody's gonna be like, oh, well, look out for him because he's half white. No, nobody acknowledges that. So I never understood exactly why it's like that, but it is what it is. You know, you never know. People identify with who they identify with, but I don't even think that that's in play for Ward in this situation at all. I believe the real reason why Ward was made the comments that he made was self-serving, and I applaud him for that, because rumor has it that Ward is supposed to come out of retirement, and when he does, like he was letting people know before he went into retirement that he felt like he could beat Anthony Joshua. And let me be the first to say it, I believe him. I also believe that Ward could beat Anthony Joshua. I think he has a hell of a shot to do it, man. And to be honest, it's a fight that I would love to see, you know, because it's really, you know, it's really a 50-50 fight. Ward has far superior skills to Anthony Joshua, but he will get hit. And whether or not he can take a heavyweight punch and not get knocked out, we don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. He got dropped by Boone at 168. He got dropped again by Kovalev at 175. And now we talking about a guy like Joshua. I think he usually coming to the fight somewhere around 220, 225, you know what I mean, 225, somewhere around there, man. That's a big boy. Plus, he's strong as fuck, man. And it would be a hell of a fight. But personally, if I was to lay my money down, I'm betting on Ward to beat Joshua. So with that in mind, I also believe that Ward could beat a guy like Fury. I know that seems crazy. I know that sounds nuts because Fury is such a huge guy. But the fact of the matter is, I believe with Steve Cunningham being able to drop Fury and him not being so strong, you know what I'm saying? I believe Steve Cunningham, or a guy that height, with that kind of size and that kind of style, that's the style that's all wrong for Tyson Fury. And that is Andre Ward's style. You know what I'm saying? I mean, no disrespect to Steve Cunningham at all, because I got a lot of respect for USS Cunningham all the way around, but he's no Andre Ward. You know what I mean? So Ward fuck around, get in there with a Fury, I believe Ward could probably knock him out based on, you know, technical ability and shit. It's not about the punching power, it's about the technical ability. He's going to get inside Fury. Fury not going to be able to fuck with him. Ain't going to get landed on all day. And I feel like with those punches coming up, like how Cunningham did, he could chin him a lot easier than a guy like Wilder, who's his height. Same thing with Joshua. I don't know. I believe it's an open question whether or not Joshua can beat Fury. I believe Joshua will have his hands full fucking with Fury. But back to why Andre Ward said what he said. He said what he said because with the thought in mind that he can beat both Joshua and Fury, hypothetically of course, but he can beat both Joshua and Fury. I think he knows that he can't beat Deontay Wilder. And now this is, of course, again, Andre Ward is going to be the far superior boxer. Technical ability is not even a fucking contest. Andre Ward is way better technically than Deontay Wilder. But Deontay Wilder got that motherfucking mind eraser right hand. And to be honest, he's going to land on Andre Ward eventually sometime in that fight. And just like with everybody else, when he does land it, I don't believe Andre Ward gets up from that. I believe he gets knocked down, knocked out. Wilder got too much pop. He's got too much reach. He's got the height advantage, and I don't think that the style matchup that Ward poses to Fury would be as effective with a guy like Wilder, even though he's comparably tall, you know what I'm saying? They're on the same level. Like, I think Fury like 6'9" and Wilder's like 6'7". These are huge guys. But I don't believe that Wilder is susceptible to the inside game as much as Fury is, because at the end of the day, Wilder is really just like, well, not really just, but he knows in the back of his mind that he can always just throw that right hand, and if it lands, he's gonna, you know what I mean, the game is over. So with that being said, and a guy with that kind of mentality is gonna be harder. And plus, we never seen anybody chin Wilder like they chin Fury. You know what I'm saying? And Joshua, for that matter. You know, we seen Wilder hurt in fights. I believe he was hurt in the Luis Ortiz fight, and I also believe he was a little hurt in the 12th round of the Fury fight. I also believe he got hurt a couple other times, but it was more about him rushing in and walking into some shots that Fury was throwing, as opposed to Fury's power just, you know, dominating him like that. You know what I'm saying? So I believe Wilder can be hurt, but I believe he has a better chin than both Fury and Joshua. And with that in mind, it's just going to allow him to be able to survive long enough to land his big right hand on Ward. And when he do, it's over for Ward. He's not getting up. So that's just my opinion. So at the end of the day, what this really is an attempt, in my opinion, for Ward to control the narrative and to get people considering Fury to be, you know, the genuine heavyweight champion now, so that he can go on and fight Joshua, and then whoever wins that fight can go on and have a mega fight, or a historic mega fight, with Andre Ward when he comes out of retirement. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe all Ward doing right now is bulking up, putting on some muscle, you know what I'm saying, getting his shit together as far as size wise, to allow him to be in position to fight these big guys and, you know, be able to take their shots and, you know, have a possibility to actually win. And that's some shit that I can admire. You know what I'm saying? I can respect that. And I respect, you know, him trying to control the narrative and go ahead and get himself, I won't say the easiest fight, because these guys are, you know, all three of these guys are dangerous guys, man. We talking about dudes 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 pounds bigger than the motherfucking Andre Ward. So these dudes is all dangerous. It's not like, you know what I mean, he looking for a cupcake here. You know what I mean? He ain't trying to fight no softballs. You know, at the end of the day, I believe he would of course prefer the easier road to hoe, per se. But at the end of the day, I don't think it is a hating type thing all the way around. I believe it's a thin stripe of maybe some haterade in there, you know what I mean? Because I don't know if that was all 100% necessary for him to, you know, say that Wilder wouldn't want that fight back to back. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that was necessary per se, but I do understand 100%. So I get it. I think Ward is just, at the end of the day, trying to talk his way into a mega fight with either Joshua or Fury, because I believe those are the two opponents he would prefer to face. I mean, I think Ward would fight Wilder, but only if he was the only option. And you know what I'm saying? I don't believe he would prefer to fight Ward, I should say, not once, but I don't think he would prefer to fight Wilder over Fury or Joshua. I believe he wants either Fury or Joshua because he knows he could beat both of those guys. And I think he could beat both of those guys. If they do have a fight in either late 2019 or early 2020, I'm taking Ward. You know what I'm saying? That age shit won't matter as much because he'll be a heavyweight at that point. And to me, heavyweights age like fine wine. They get better with time. You know what I mean? Them boys, you know, they can last late into their careers and still be hella effective. So even though, regardless of how old Ward is, when he does eventually fight these guys, I believe his experience will lend him the ability to defeat any of them, even Wilder. But personally, as it stands, I believe that when Wilder and Fury have their rematch, Wilder is going to knock him out, and he's going to do it a lot easier this time. And I also think that if he do knock out Fury, he should give him a rematch and fight him again for a rubber match. Same thing if Fury win. Same thing. That fight should be a trilogy, in my opinion. I don't think it's, you know what I mean? Because that's how that go. You get a draw in the first match, it's almost like that match didn't happen. And because the fight was so good, no matter who wins the second match, I'm going to want to see it again. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I don't know if anybody else would, but I personally would. Like, not necessarily right after that. I mean, whoever wins the second fight should go on and get that big, huge money fight with Joshua. I think that should be the case, definitely. But honestly, after that, I think it should be a rubber match. You know, maybe 1 or 2 fights later after that, you know. Get these guys a big pot of money, because that was a hell of a fight, and I really would like to see it. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think Ward was doing it, you know, on some fuckboy hater shit. I just don't. I don't see that in Ward, you know what I mean? Because if he was a fuckboy, we would have seen them signs a long time ago. You know what I mean? And now my niggas, they all saying, you know, Ward out here looking for them greased up butter biscuits and shit. And I mean, they entitled to feel how they want to feel. I don't feel that way per se yet. I don't believe Ward has violated egregiously enough to warrant that type of tag put on his name. You know what I mean? I got a little bit more respect for Ward than to think that he would be doing that. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt in this situation, even though I did not like to see that. I felt like that was something that maybe could have been said a little later on, or maybe just said in a different way to where it doesn't appear where he's tearing him down so hard, because Ward didn't like that shit when it was coming his way. I don't know, he never said it publicly, but the man is human. He didn't like that shit. You know what I mean? And for him to do that, that's just probably, it was in bad taste. But is he a coon? Is he, all that shit? I personally don't think so. But everybody entitled to their own opinion. You know what I mean? I respect everybody's opinion. I just told you, I respect my brothers in the LDBC. I'm not even click tight with the LDBC like that. I'm solo dolo out here. You know what I mean? I don't have no affiliations, but I have heavy respect for them boys. So I'm not gonna say that they wrong in saying that, because I mean, these niggas, they be on the inside track. Maybe they know something I don't know. Anything could be the case. So I don't violate their opinion at all. But personally, I'm gonna give Ward the benefit of the doubt here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna let him bang with this one. He can have this one. You know what I mean? We're gonna see how things turn out and how it all unfolds. But from my perspective, this is all done for Ward to basically talk his way into a huge money fight with either Joshua or Fury. And I believe he beats both guys. But if he has to fight Wilder, if Wilder comes out the last man standing when the smoke clears, which in my opinion is what's going to happen, because I definitely don't think Joshua can beat Wilder, and I do believe that Wilder will stretch Tyson Fury this time. You know what I'm saying? I just do. I believe it was a bit of chicanery going on, or a bit of some fuckery, going on in that fight against Fury. But I'm not mad at any of it. I'm not mad at Jack Reese. I'm not mad at how things went down. I'm not, because it resulted in an excellent fight, and my man Deontay Wilder's profile has risen significantly. Same thing with Tyson Fury. His profile has risen significantly. I've seen these guys in places in the media I have never ever seen them before, and that's the kind of shit that I like to see from this boxing game. You know what I'm saying? I want to see everybody elevate on some G shit. So, I'm not mad at my man Ward. I'm not. I still fucks with Andre Ward. I admire him greatly. You know what I'm saying? The things that he was able to accomplish in the ring and the way that he's carried himself is just some G shit, and I do respect it. You know what I'm saying? But let's just in the future, when speaking on situations like this, it's always better to just be as clear as possible, because people gonna take it as hate. They gonna take it how they take it. You can't really control that, but what you can do is let it be known specifically what you meant. And then people may not be so quick to jump the gun and throw you in that category per se. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to see Ward in that category, honestly. I mean, unless his ass belong there, but I don't want to see him there if he don't. So with that being said, I'm on to the next one, man. I appreciate everybody fucking with me the long way. I appreciate all the love. And I got a bunch of new shit dropping. I'm in the process of shooting like hella videos. I gotta do at least 10 joints within the next 3 or 4 months, so you can expect a very, very high output from me as far as my music goes. And also I'm gonna be making sure that I cover these fights. And plus, man, because my jury game's sick too, you know what I mean? I got a lot of nice fly shit, you know what I mean? I'm alright. I'm doing alright in life myself, so I'm about to show up at some of these fights, man. Get up in the front row. Let y'all see me for real, you know what I mean? Because with my videos and shit, I just really just do pictures and shit. But I'm gonna go ahead and stop at some of these fights, man. Go ahead and hit some front row seats, you know what I mean? Get busy, you know what I mean? Take me a nice little beautiful lady friend out there and do what the fuck we do, you know what I mean? Get out to Vegas, get some front row seats or whatever. Even if not Vegas, maybe Atlantic City. Might even fuck with the Staples Center, depending on where they had the next huge fight. I'm gonna definitely, if my schedule allows, I'm gonna definitely have my ass in that front row. You know what I mean? No matter what it costs, cause it's a bucket list thing for me. I really, really want to be in the front row of a mega fight. You know, I mean, a historic bout. So you're gonna see that happen sometime soon. I mean, I don't know when we gonna get a nice historic bout. You know what I mean? Because the only one I see on the horizon is the Fury Wilder fight will be historic personally, because that's for who the real heavyweight champion is. But that next fight, whoever the winner of that one is, and Joshua, that probably be the fight that I actually go to. You know what I'm saying? That's the one I'm gonna shine at. I'm gonna go ahead and step out and shine at. Also, big shout out to everybody I said big shout out to. You know what I mean? And with that being said, I'm on to the next one. I'm out. 100.